All right, injury update for y'all here. So Dalton and Fedarian Mathis will not play. They'll be out. They're on a week-to-week basis at this point. And then limited will be Taron Johnson and Cam Lewis. And everybody else will be full today, taking part in practice. So time is yours.
So Khalil came out well enough to where he can take on contact now?
Yes.
More of a concern with the ankle or the ribs for the contact?
A little bit of both, probably, but more so the ribs.
Hearing from Terrell this week, he obviously didn't want to use it as an excuse, but obviously we were banged up for most of the season. From your perspective, what's it like dealing with that when making the decisions whether or not he's good enough to put out there, like injury-wise?
Well, it's something that we have to factor in with every player. Can they function at the level that we need them to function at? So, that information comes from the medical staff, the player in certain situations as well, which would be natural, right? And then we go forward with who we believe gives us the best chance to win. So it's those conversations are had just about every week, whether it's TB or somebody else.
How have you seen Nicole Hardman come through? What he's been able to do at practice so far this week?
Yeah, he's done a nice job of kind of integrating himself into what we do in a short period of time here, and he's been around, so that helps also, and he's been a good addition to this point, and we'll see where it goes as we move forward here.
I was asking some coaches and players what it looks like for them to rebound from a loss and just get ready the next week. When in your career did you learn more about what it's like to do that, of the week-to-week league? When did that become more tangible for you?
Growing up around Philadelphia and Coach Reed for those 12 years, very consistent in his approach, all the while making adjustments, somewhat, in front, but also somewhat behind on kind of one-off conversations and whatnot. So, but the consistency is what's needed in this league because it's so hard week to week, and staying consistent with your process, with your approach is important.
That feels like it can be a tricky balance of you want to make corrections, but you don't want to overreact or panic or something. How do you maintain that consistency and that balance of fixing things but still being the same team throughout the week?
Well, you have a vision for where you want to go as a team. You have a vision, in this case, as a leader, head coach, of where you want and where you need to go. And so you work towards that vision week to week, and in particular when you're coming off of a loss in a game that didn't go the way you wanted it to. So that's really what it's about. Coming off of the bye, no different. We had a list of things that we wanted to get done. Thought the coaching staff did a really good job of making sure those things were being done and corrected, and no different this week.
Sean, I know you want to temper expectations with Gabe because he's coming off a pretty long injury, but from the last few weeks of practice where he's been ramping up, how has he looked?
Better each week. The first week, as I mentioned, he, I think, went 2 practices, and then we took the third one off. And Gabe is driven. He's very tough. He loves football, and that helps for someone like that to get back and continue to take steps in the right direction. So he's done a nice job each day and each week here.
As you've seen him this week progress through practices, is he in the mix at all for this weekend?
I will see. I'll know more again today, just based on everybody else's availability and everything. So.
Dion Dawkins is getting a key to the city today. What does it mean to see that happen for a player on your team?
That's just awesome. Makes me smile. It really does. The impact, as you've heard me mention before, goes beyond football and playing well in the football field. It's what you can do in a community and how you can impact the community in a positive way, providing hope, your time, all those things are important, right? So we're not just here, as you've heard me say multiple times, we are here to win games, but the kind of the footprint you leave on a city and a community lasts forever. And I'm super proud of the way he's handled his role here, his platform, and the responsibility that comes with it.
Have you seen that at any of your other stops, or how unique is this?
In Dion's case, or just
the city, did you see that in Philly or in Carolina?
I'm sure somewhere along the line it may have come up, but even if it did come up prior to now, those are unique levels of impact, which I mean, just very impressed by Dion, his pairing with this city and this community, and I just love the fact that he's out there with the kids. And I mean, you've had conversations with him. He's remarkably full of joy and wisdom, and he's able to relate to a lot of different types of people, which is a great quality in life.
What are some of the ways Dawson Knox affects your game and your offense, even if it's not massive receiving numbers?
Dawson is a two-dimensional player. He can play in the run game, play in the pass game, and not only is he that, he's a leader on our football team. And when you look at his contributions and then my trust and faith in him, my trust and faith is very high in Dawson. And again, a young player that came here, and it's been fun to watch him grow and evolve and develop. And I know we'll miss Dalton this weekend, but full confidence in Dawson.
Do you feel Gabe Davis will join the active roster soon?
We'll see. Again, just taking it one day at a time right now, and going through the weekend and taking it 1 week at a time.
Just to check, you said Taryn will be limited today.
Taryn, yeah.
I think he was full yesterday. Did he have a setback?
Yeah, just a little bit of a kind of yellow flag went up overnight this morning, and so just relaying that to you guys here.